Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Sophie is nice and rested today. She had a lovely sleep.
Had a bit of an early night, just like a
I had a shit sleep, so that's nice. I just kept tossing and turning and my hip hurt.
She ended up practically lying diagonally across me in the night.
I wanted to snuggle.
Aww.
And then I was having weird dreams.
Aww.
Very weird dreams. Today we're still in Ullapool. And we're hoping that we're going to get on a boat because there's a bunch of stuff that's closed today because unfortunately the Queen died and everyone seems to give a shit. Someone's going to get offended by that, I don't care.
It's sad, she's
I mean, yeah, like it's someone's gram, but like we're all still worrying about our energy bills. Fuck off. There are homeless on the streets. There are bigger things to worry about than some old lady who was going to die anyway. She lived longer than my gran and she had a very lovely life.
Yeah, I think she did alright for herself.
We're hoping that we can get out on the wildlife safari today on the boat.
Yes.
We've had to give the lady our details and hopefully she'll get back to us and basically say, yeah, like we're going on the trip, because I think she said she needs at least 4, didn't she?
Yeah, she said she likes to have 4 or 5. She said if we don't hear from her then it's going ahead.
Yeah, which hopefully we don't hear from her, that would be nice.
Yes. It's now, it's about 10:30 and the boat trip's at 11:30, but she told us to be back there for about 15:15.
Yeah. So we're going to have a mooch. Sophie hasn't managed to find any anti-sickness tablets and I'm kicking myself because I was going to ask her yesterday if she wanted to go into Boots and get them, and obviously Boots are shut today because Queen inconvenience.
When I'm sick on a boat, it's the Queen's fault.
Yeah, can you just make sure you chunder away from me?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I probably won't actually be sick.
You'll just feel very sick.
I don't have anything in my stomach because I haven't eaten since yesterday afternoon.
Okay, fair.
So, and I've never been sick on a boat before.
But there's always a first time.
Yeah, I get motion sickness in my own car now. How times have changed. I sailed around the Isle of Wight once and was fine, but now I'm like, oh.
She was a grandmother. So yeah, we're just gonna have a little wander. But it's a very nice day.
Beautiful day.
Also, we've decided that we would rate that camping site as a 3 out of 10. The view was lovely, which I'm pretty sure I filmed for you guys, but showering facilities, like they do not want you to use hot water.
Yeah.
They will do everything in their power for you not to use hot water. Literally, the you have a twisty normal like knob for the cold water on a sink, and then you have a pump down one for the hot water, but you literally pump it down and it pumps back off again. Like that's your hot water, that's it.
Yeah.
And then your shower, you have to press a button on a wall. It's just one button, and they were warm, I'll give them that. I mean, they weren't as hot as I like them. I like them as hot as Satan's butt crack. Oh, I shouldn't say that, but you switch them on and then I say they last for about 30 seconds, it switches back off again. So if you want to wash your hair, you're fucked. Yeah. Forget it. So yeah, facilities, yeah. Oh, and also the fact that it took you about an hour to peg a fucking tent into the ground.
When I tell you the mallet nearly ended up in the sea, I'm not kidding.
I mean, that wouldn't have been
I was tired and queasy and it was not happening. It was just rock underneath, like it just wasn't happening.
Yeah, I do give you that. I wasn't frustrated, but I was frustrated for you.
Yeah,
because that was
a good site if you've got a camper van or a caravan and you're just stopping for the night.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably not for tenting, that one.
3 out of 10. The view was lovely, but the campsite was a bit. But yeah, glad you slept well and had a lovely sleep.
Good.
We're gonna have a lovely day.
I bought a waterproof jacket.
Oh yeah, look,
my jacket
we now match, but hers is blue and mine's black.
Jacket friends, and I bought the trousers to match as well because Claire's converted me. I'm now outdoorsy.
There we
Outdoorsy I am.
She's now a walker.
Yep.
She's never gonna use her car again.
I'm gonna. No, but I might actually walk the dog now.
Oh well, there you go then.
Yeah, he's gonna love it this winter.
But yeah, we're gonna have a lovely day. It's gonna be lovely. We're gonna get on that boat and manifest it.
We're gonna see dolphins.
We're gonna see dolphins, and then Claire can shut up about it because that's all I've talked about this trip. It's on my bucket list.
It's fine. You'll see dolphins. I told her she will see dolphins in the next 12 months. If it has to kill me, wild ones, not.
But I would prefer to see them up close. I don't want to see them like all the way over there. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you're stipulating now, really, aren't you?
But anyway, we'll catch up with you when we're doing something. So we are very happy campers because while we're waiting around just to find out whether we can go on the boat or not, we managed to get ourselves a hot chocolate each. Sophie got peppermint. Is it good?
Yes, it tastes like Mintero.
And I got hazelnut and it's very good, and I'm very annoyed because I noticed that they do Biscoff last minute.
Yeah,
actually you spotted it and I was like, oh no, because I really like Biscoff. But it's really good, and we got there just in time because they were like, well, Sophie spotted a really nice meringue, which were probably the size of our heads.
Yeah,
and she was like, oh, I'll come back here later and get one. And she was like, oh, what time are you guys open till? And they were like, oh, now. So they've like literally just closed, and I think everyone's got the same idea because I think everyone's hunting around for stuff to do whilst all the shops are closed.
Yeah.
I think that's the only one open, isn't it? The camping store.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it. Camping store. Everyone else is grieving. Oh, actually Boots is open later, but I think they have to because they got the pharmacy. But now we're just sitting here enjoying the view of our hot chockies. Lovely. Sophie's excited, she's got her camping gadgets out.
Finally.
So what?
This entire time we haven't been able to use any of my gadgets.
Is this just like a little table?
It's my little table.
Oh, fair.
Do you sound more impressed about the little table?
Wow, a little table!
Packed, I'll have you know. There you go.
Wow! Well, at least we ain't got any midges tonight.
No, I went and bought that bloody midge stuff.
Hello everybody, we're at Gairloch, aren't we? That's the area we're sort of in.
Sands Caravan and Camping Park, and it's right next to Big Sands.
We're in Sands Caravan and Camping, as Sophie just said. We had a lovely day. It was a bit of a slow day again, isn't it?
A lot of travel today. I thought it was going to be like half an hour away and end up being like 2 hours without the stops.
And like there weren't as many picturesque spots for this one.
As many places to pull in and look at stuff either was there.
Yeah, but we had a lovely little like boat trip this morning. Saw a little porpoise, which I was very excited about. Two of them, which is nice because I've never seen a wild dolphin, so I've seen a little bit of one now. We saw some seals, which were very placid for seals.
Common seals, those ones, weren't they?
Common seals, yeah. And those were very cute, and I've never been that close to a seal. We have seals at our end, but you only ever really see them from afar. You don't really see them up close. So that was nice. What else do we see? What was it? A sea eagle, did he say?
Yes, sea eagle.
Which is like, what did he say, like the biggest bird in the UK?
Yeah, I don't know if he said UK, and if he said that, I'm not entirely sure he's right, because I thought it would have been the golden eagle, but
yeah, we saw that. It didn't fly off for us though, and we had a really nice little northern couple next to us. It was almost like because we had some Americans on our boat, it was almost like the Brits and the Americans were segregated. Oh, she's gone in her car. I'm in my mum's car.
Hi Claire, see you later, enjoy Scotland.
Thanks for the cheese and the wine.
Alright, fine, I'll come back.
The cheese and the wine always gets her. But yeah, we're just gonna have a lovely evening now. We're hoping to head down and I think see the stags tomorrow is the idea. But yeah, nice evening. It's sunny and it actually feels quite warm for once. I was saying to Sophie earlier that yesterday I felt quite cold. But yeah, hopefully gonna have a lovely evening. We got some food. We're actually gonna use the barbecues. We've got some like stuff from the butchers that's in town. Got some venison burgers, some sausages, and not sure what else we bought.
I came back for you, I missed you too much.
No, you just wanted the wine and cheese, don't lie.
And the barbecue.
She wanted the wine and cheese.
I'm hungry.
Oh, also book update for anyone who cares. I'm reading A Curse So Dark and Lonely, I think that's what it's called. I'm actually really enjoying it. I like a good retelling. I think I'm 20% in, so I'm doing pretty well. But yeah, chill evening I think. Having our barbecue. So we'll see you tomorrow.
My book's all about murder and it's too complicated and Claire doesn't understand it.
Oh, there's too many women. Why has it gone black? Ooh. There's too many women, there's too much going on, and every time you say something like, oh my god, it's this person, I'm like, yeah, I don't understand.
It's one of the main characters. It starts off that they're using 2 different names and you think it's 2 different people, and then it's not, it's the same person. She's crazy.
And then you wonder why I don't get it. Good night, everybody. It's been a lovely day. Isn't it lovely? That's one of our little sayings for this trip. What other sayings we've got? Oh yeah, Gandalf, can you do anything about this deluge? What's that? I feel like we've got another one. Oh, we say sheep every time we see a sheep.
Because it started off, all the kids were going, sheep. And then I started saying cheese, and now we say sheep.
Sheep every time we see a sheep. Also, moo for iron brew.
The Highland cow.
Highland cow. Yeah, oh, there are some Highland cows up the way. They're very cute. They're right by the gate. It's very tempting to get a picture. But yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Say bye.
Bye.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We are currently sat at the campsite that we were at last night. In where are we again? No,
it's just outside of Gairloch. Yeah, it's Big Sands.
I rate this campsite a 9 out of 10. I'm taking 1 point off because the shower's got those horrible buttons where you have to keep pressing them.
I'm gonna go 8.5. I think I'm gonna be a bit more harsh because of the showers.
Okay.
Because they're not very big either.
Better than the last ones at least.
They are, yeah, but they're not the best ones we've had.
No, no.
And the highest score obviously is because of the location. It's just lovely. And
yeah.
You don't have to be near people.
Oh yeah, like we had a campfire last night.
Lovely.
We played cards until late, and also it was so nice to go in there this morning at like a sort of reasonable hour and for the showers not to be all taken up. Just nip all right cold. In. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, and no bugs. Did you notice a lot of bugs in the other one? Because I did.
The last one?
Yeah, there were a lot of bugs.
I didn't even use that shower, I just refused to.
There were wood lice in the toilet. There were like bugs everywhere.
Oh.
Yeah, it was an experience. Anyway, today we are heading off to Torridon.
Yeah, we'll go down to Torridon.
Which is supposedly where all the stags are, and if I don't see like a stag and get a cool picture, then I will weep because I've dreamed about this.
Taking a little detour first to the Victoria Falls.
Oh, are we?
Yes, that's about half an hour away. It's a little...
Oh, was that on my list?
It's on my list now.
Oh,
I found it yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Surprise.
Oh, she's been doing things without me.
I know you like your waterfall, so I saw that one. I thought, yeah, we'll do that. It's en route anyway to Torridon, and then Torridon's probably about 20 minutes away from there, I suppose. So.
Yeah, because Torridon's like an hour and 20-minute drive, is it? Yeah. So we're just going to head off and we'll take you on our journey. I love how you just like puffing your fucking babe. Yeah, don't do that, kids, and she is of age. So that was Victoria Falls. We've both admitted that this is probably our favourite waterfall so far. Although, I really did like the big one though. Was that right? Oh yeah, I really like that one because of how big it was and the bridge. One, yeah. But I like this in terms of setup because it has the nice pool at the bottom, and then like it has layers, as Sophie said when we was talking. But yeah, that was nice. It's a little short walk, so if you're not much of a walker or hiker, it's a nice place to just stop off for like 5 minutes. Yeah, highly rate that one. Happy, Sophie?
Yes. Don't ask me too much because I will cry.
Oh, here we are, another vlog, and Sophie's hungry.
My tummy's rumbling.
So we are at Torridon Country
Centre and Deer Park and museum?
Yeah, so basically we just saw some of the stags with like a little family of deer. We got so close, I would have got footage of that, which you would have seen. And now we're hopefully going to go to a place where they've got them on a farm, and apparently you can feed them. And we're very excited about this. If you want to see the stags, they're like, if you're coming from the north into the west, like it's like a little unassuming car park bit. Like if you've drive into any of the like picturesque spots and you just see a dirt thingy where people park their cars, it's one of those. And the stag were literally right there. So, but I think they're there all the time because there were like signs saying not to feed them and whatever, so they're pretty used to humans. But to actually find a wild stag would be very difficult, as Sophie just found out.
Yeah, they're about 1 in every 4 kilometres, or is it 4 every 1 kilometre?
I think it was 4 kilometres.
Yeah, I think it was 1 every 4 kilometres, which is a really low density of wild stags for the area.
But we are having the best day ever, right?
Yes, we are.
We're very happy. Sophie's already cried once, so...
I didn't quite cry, I nearly did.
Well, close enough. She won't stop crying. What a horrible trip. I got the raw.
So did I.
Well, we got to feed them.
We did.
That was really cool because we got here and we were like, oh, like, because it's a really tiny little like museum with like the antlers and like a bunch of other stuff in, and the coolest part is they have guest books in there, and they've kept the old guest book there, and it dates back to the 90s, so you can just like flip through and see where everyone was from. Literally when they were there.
1990 it starts, doesn't it?
Yeah, but yeah, there's a guy who literally lives and works here, and he was telling us all about the stags and the deer, and yeah, put in a little donation for him because he let us feed him, because basically we were like, oh, the museum doesn't really look like it's open, maybe they don't let you feed them anymore, because usually you'd go in, pay to get some like food, and then obviously you'd feed them, and he was like mowing the grass, and all of a sudden he comes up and it was me and Sophie and then this other couple, and he was like, do you want to feed them? And I literally went, yeah. And we fed them. I don't think I got any footage of me feeding them because I had to use both of my hands, and it was sort of like wedged into the nook of my arm. But we got pretty close and I gave one of them boops.
Yes, I gave lots of them boops. They did try to nibble my fingers.
I saw the teeth and I was like, yeah, no, you're not getting my fingers.
I was trying to get my hands through the bit, but you can't have your hands flat because it will fall. But if you go at them at this angle like this, they're just going to nibble on the ends of your fingers. And they're very gentle.
The stag was proper on one though.
Naughty.
He's very frisky and making a lot of noise, but that was good. So if you ever are nearby,
excellent little stop, that one. And out of the way, you wouldn't notice it.
Yeah, and I mean we wouldn't have known about it unless she'd googled it. So
yeah, it was only because we went past what I thought was the right stop. It wasn't. We actually went the right way. No, sorry, that was the wrong way. But if I hadn't pulled over and checked the map to check we were the right way, I wouldn't have seen it on the map.
Yeah, and so if you're ever nearby and you want to, well, I say feed a deer, like I don't know whether he would do it for lots of people during the day, because obviously they can only have so much food, but I think we're lucky that it was only us and another couple. But if it's ever quiet, come down, make a little donation and go feed the deer. Highly recommend. Yeah.
Excuse me.
What is it, Sophie?
Fucking cold. It's
it's fucking cold. But then again, it doesn't help that we've just fucking sat outside to have dinner. So far I give, I'm so sorry if you're offended and you live in Applecross, but I'm sorry, I give Applecross a 1 out of 10. Literally. Okay, so Sophie was saying that a lot of people say that this is a good stop, and I've heard, like, ever since the NC500 I've heard Applecross, 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 and like, you get here, there's nothing here, and it's very
pretty, but it's not prettier
it's not
than
the
anywhere else we've
prettiest.
stayed.
No, like, we've had some really lovely small quaint like fishing villages and like towns and stuff, and it's just as equally nice as those.
I wonder whether the people are delirious after doing that awful road.
Maybe.
And then they get here and they're like, oh, this is wonderful.
Thank God.
We'll stay here.
We're alive.
We can't possibly die any more today.
So this is the only campsite here, and the facilities aren't great. I mean, the new block is nice, but when I say that there are, so technically there are 2 shower cubicles which are unisex, so you've got a toilet and a shower and a sink, and it's literally, that's all it is.
Those awful button ones.
It's those awful button ones again, which I'm really fucking sick of those awful buttons. Look,
but it's just a button to the wall as well. The other ones are at least a button with a pipe behind it, so you've got something to like lever against. This is just a button to the wall.
oh fuck.
Yeah.
It's alright, I'll manage. And so you've got those 2, so, and then you've got 2 disabled ones. That's it. And this is what makes me laugh. The disabled ones have got actual like taps that stay on,
and
whereas
and stuff.
Yeah, and the able-bodied ones are just buttons on the wall because you're not allowed hot water apparently, even though you pay for it. So yeah, you've only got those, technically if you're able-bodied, you only got those 2, bearing in mind you've got men and women that have to use them, and it's already got on the side about like rules about like, oh, when you're queuing, like you have to queue to use it because there's only fucking 2. And then they have another block which is an older block downstairs, and we did downstairs down the hill, and we were like, oh yeah, like maybe we'll be more sheltered because we are up on a hill here, so it's a little bit windier. So we looked at the old block, separate men's and women's, like, you know, there usually is. We've only actually stayed at one other campsite where there's been like a unisex block, which we're not very comfortable with in terms of like showering and stuff.
Though the toilets were separate, whereas here the whole thing's just unisex.
Yeah, but they're separate cubicles, so you just lock yourself in. So we went down there, separate men's and women's. We went in the women's. One shower is out of order, and there was only one other shower, wasn't there? Or was there 2?
No, 1.
One other shower. So 2 ladies' showers, and then like a shit ton of toilets. So not very...
There's only 4 toilet cubicles as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Bearing in mind this is supposed to do like 60 to 100 pictures.
Like during the summer, if this is one of your stops, don't fucking bother. Move on, go find somewhere else. Honestly, because I can imagine, unless you've got a camper van with like your own toilet and your own shower and everything else, it would be a fucking nightmare if you're staying in a tent. And Applecross itself, there's nothing here.
It's a one-stop drop, isn't it? It's you stop here on your way through to somewhere else. It's not.
I think if we hadn't have, or if you hadn't have driven so much today, and it hadn't have been around about 4 o'clock by the time we got here, we would have moved on.
It was like nearly 4:30, and after here is just that road that's like a
whatever it's called.
Solid hour of just like
Top
gear driving.
Yeah, it's alright. She's a great driver. I trust her. Yeah, we went to dinner at the what's it called? Hidden Garden or something?
Wall Gardens.
It's like one of the only other restaurants here. There is another one, a pub. When we drove past the pub on a Tuesday, it's not open to non-residents. But yeah, so we couldn't go in the pub, which is like one of the only 2 places that you can get like decent food, like
any food.
Any food. There was like it's like a bacon bap stand outside, but obviously that's more breakfast or lunch.
Yeah, and we're not entirely sure if it's even open.
We went to that restaurant because obviously that was the only other place where we could get food, because there's like a piddly little like store that we did think about going to, but honestly it would have been too late by the time we got there, and I very much doubt they would have had anything of substance for us to eat, because we only have like hot dogs without buns and soup. So yeah, we went to that restaurant, back to the point. We went in, and the first thing that we heard out of one of the mouths of the workers was, oh no, we're all booked up tonight. And we were like, are you fucking joking? Like, we have no food. And then our choice was to either not eat and have like noodles or whatever in our little tent, or eat outside. So I'm all like trash bag outfitted up, in all my wet gear because we had to sit outside and eat dinner. And I'm gonna be honest, it was alright. I mean, it was alright to fill me up.
Yeah.
Did you like your burger at least?
It was yummy, yeah, it was a good burger.
It was yummy, but like I made the comparison of like when we ate at Delilah's and I had that like fresh cod and Sophie had that steak. My cod meal, which was all fresh and like, oh, it was so good. That was nearly the same price as the chicken, what was it? Yeah, that I had in that place. And it was like that thing where you're like, yeah, it's definitely frozen. Like it's frozen and they've cooked it. And it was like pub grubby and there wasn't a lot on the menu, so...
Yeah. My burger was quite good, to be fair, as far as burgers go. It was like proper meat and it was quite thick and juicy and good, so...
but yeah, mine was like... I'm just being picky because...
Not big portion sizes though, to be fair.
Mine was quite big. Oh, mine had quite a bit. But like, I'm just being picky because Applecross has already pissed me off.
It's fine, like it was nice.
It was okay, yeah. And the staff were nice and it was a nice area or whatever. And I can imagine during the summer it's a lot easier because you can just sit outside if you want.
Yeah.
But there was like 2 women that walked in once we had literally just nearly finished. And they were like, oh yeah, we'll just go inside and wait to be seated. And we were like, yeah, good luck with that. And then they came back outside and obviously wanted our table. So we left and they got our table, but yeah, not a good experience so far. Don't recommend staying in Applecross, it's just not worth it. But we did see some Highland cow steak, we fed some deer and we saw a bunch of stags, so not all bad.
Yeah.
Just when we got to Applecross. I'm gonna offend someone's gonna be like, that's where I live, fuck you.
We stayed there and it was lovely. I'm sure it is for some people, or during the right time of year, whenever.
I'm just not impressed. I'm just not impressed.
It's a fine place to stop.
For 5 minutes.
Yeah, they do have a nice little like stall that's on site that does like
burgers and some chips. And we got some millionaire shortbread and hot chocolates.
Warm us up. Now we've got back to
yeah, because it's fucking freezing and storms coming in.
Yeah. It's gonna be a rough night.
It's gonna be really rough.
Wrapping up warm.
I'll be snuggling next to Sophie tonight.
I can't wait.
But yeah, that's been our day. It's been an alright day. Could have been worse. I mean, we have had worse days. Our worst day for sure was when you got really pissy at me.
I wasn't pissy at you. I was not.
Where was that? I can't remember. I can't remember what we did that day.
I don't remember. It was just a lot of driving.
It was a really long day, and then
4 or 5 hours of just driving.
We got somewhere, and you was like, "So what do you want to do?" And I was like, "Yeah, all right." And you was like, "What do you mean?"
I know, because you were just staring at me.
I was like, I don't know what else you want me to say.
I was not capable of making decisions. I just needed someone else to be in charge.
We've had an alright day. She hasn't killed me yet.
No, and we didn't eat all day, and I did not get hangry at all.
Yeah, true. Well, you were getting a bit hangry when you set up the tent. Oh, that's also why it's a 1 out of 10 because she was hitting rocks again with the tent pegs. And
I had to take a breather.
Yeah, I really did think the hammer was gonna, and I was like, please don't chuck the hammer.
End up in my windscreen otherwise.
Yeah, but we got there.
And we did, and I've double pegged everything because I'm concerned about the wind.
But at least we're only here for one night and we haven't got to leave the tent ever again.
Yeah, I was only really concerned because I knew we were going out for some food.
But yeah, we're just going to settle down for the evening and...
I'm going to thrash you at cards.
Absolutely not.
I am.
We're going to have a good night. And we're going to have a good day tomorrow.
We are going to have a good day tomorrow.
Champs! Even though the rain's coming in. Anyway.
Fine. We've got waterproofs because we're outdoorsy.
Yeah, this one wore a dress today. I looked very pretty.
You did look pretty.
But I'm very cold now.
I bet you are.
Yeah, freezing my fucking non-existent tits off here.
On and I'm cold.
But yeah, we'll speak to you tomorrow when we're in when I'm in a better mood. I'm just being pissy about everything, and
I'm alright.
I mean, I'm not in a bad mood. Like, I'm not in a bad mood. Like, I'm not angry, but like, I'm just like nitpicking everything.
Yeah.
Hot chocolate, nice.
It is good.
Good.
Yeah.
I love it now. Okay, bye.